Our democracy is in peril. Ah! You know the one I'm talking about. The one that we so proudly export across the world with our diplomacy, our culture, and of course, our wars. Ah! That democracy is threatened. And it's not gonna crash, and it's not gonna end in some Michael Bay-esque explosion, and it's not gonna die. Probably. But it is in real danger of being maimed for many years to come. American politics over the last few decades has been like a rabid cancer. It's been getting worse and worse. We live submerged in this political septic tank of trash talk, lies, alternative facts, fake news, authoritarianism, and racism, and all the while, Congress turns its head and does shit. So let's talk about it. What kind of democracy do we have here, and what are the parts of it that are in most danger? American democracy is based on the L word. That's right, liberal. Ooh. But it's not liberal as in liberal v conservative. We're talking about liberalism. And liberalism is a philosophy and a way of government based on liberty and equality. Today, most of the democracies around the world are liberal democracies. They're pretty popular amongst the kids. You know, it's trending on Snapchat. Hashtag liberal democracy, hashtag unicorn frappuccino. So let's see what's in a liberal democracy so that you can understand the magnitude of the danger we're in. What is a liberal democracy? A liberal democracy is based on the following 5 principles. Let's call them ingredients, like making a fine Mexican salsa. Equality, freedom, free elections, separation of powers, and the rule of law. The first ingredient is equality. Now, equality means that we're all the same, right? In a society, we are all equal regardless of race, gender, income, sexual orientation, religion, or Jeff Sessions' favorite, national origin. Remember the old, we are all created equal? That's equality. The second ingredient is freedom. Now, this means that in a liberal democracy, we're not only equal, but we're free. We're free to do and say whatever the hell we want. F you, Sean Hannity! Now, I'm talking about freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom from government searches, freedom of movement, and of assembly. Si se puede! The third ingredient is free elections. This liberal democracy is getting tasty. It's the natural result of having freedom and being equal. We get to elect our own government in a free and open process. You know, without any Russian interference or, colluding with one of our own candidates. The fourth ingredient is separation of powers. This means that the government that we elect in a free election is divided into powers: the president, Congress, and the courts. Now, each power is equal and independent from the other in order to create a balance of power between them. So that means that the president can't just do whatever the fuck he wants. He has to follow the law and be accountable to Congress because, well, he's not a king. And finally, the final ingredient of our liberal democracy / salsa is the rule of law. Spicy. Now, these are the rules of the game. We can't just use our freedoms to screw over other people. We need rules. So in a liberal democracy, these rules are written in a constitution and in laws passed by Congress. And if you don't agree with them, you have the right to go to a court and let a judge and jury decide. Unless, of course, that judge is Mexican and you're running a sham university defrauding students left and right, but that's none of my business. So these are the main ingredients of a liberal democracy / salsa. So now you see where I'm going with this. In our next episode, I'll explain how each one of them are being menaced as we speak. Thank you so much for watching, and please register to vote and share this video with all your friends and get them to vote. My name is Rolo, and this is Más Política.